Christ was born.
Just put it into the bin. You just crumple it from your past. And it's from yours. You must have been to see Dr. or Mr. Siddiqui, the orthopedic surgeon, in the year 2009. So it was lying in the tubes from 2009.
Probably.
Without any information.
Those the tablets.
Yeah, I will look at them. Thank you. Right. So you remember you were admitted to our acute stroke unit in the month of, when was that? There was a discharge somewhere.
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago, that's right. And you came with some symptoms of the confusion.
Oh, I could see also.
You could see all sorts. And Dr. Richardson is one of your GPs, is that right?
Yes.
So Dr. Richardson had arranged for you to have an MRI scan of the brain, which was done on, it was done on 30th of August, so about 24-25 days back, end of August. And has he told you that it did not show any abnormality? Have you been to see him after?
No, I haven't since, no.
So I can tell you, after having seen the images myself and after having seen the report of the radiologist, that it says the conclusion is no significant intracranial abnormality seen.
Okay.
So does that make you feel happy?
Well, it does, but I wonder what causes these things then.
Now the problem is, in medicine, we know only as much as we know. And what we don't know, we don't have adequate explanation. We are as amused as you are.
Yes.
Yeah? So we have looked as hard as we can.
And I had them things stuck in my head as well.
Now, the important thing is, as long as we have looked for what we know, and we are doing what we could do to reduce the chances of suffering from stroke in the future, we are doing well. We cannot treat you for something which we don't know, and the treatment doesn't exist.
I've had lots of things and they can't find the thing out.
You are not the only one.
Right.
In the wrong profession then, eh? In the wrong trade.
Who?
You can't answer anything.
Yeah, the problem is our trade is not perfect.
No.
We are trying to achieve the perfection.
Can you tell me why I could see all these horrible figures?
I cannot tell you. It could be some dysfunction of your part of the brain which is responsible for the images. That might be overacting at times. That's all it is.
God. Well, it was just after this lot, you know.
And sometimes we try to blame the medications, but that's not always the case.
No.
What you can try to do you see the images or the figures in the night time or the daytime? Or at any time?
I don't know. It was just after this for a few days. I saw red dots all over.
Sure.
And then these figures appeared after, you know.
Yeah. And as long as symptoms are not persistent, I don't think we need to pursue the symptoms which have already resolved on their own.
No.
Because we are not going to achieve a great deal even if we find out what was responsible for those symptoms, because the treatment may not exist. Yeah. So we are giving you some medication for high blood pressure. Yeah. When was the last time your blood pressure was checked by your GP? By Dr. Richardson or by Dr. Eel?
Oh, Dr. Richardson. I had a nurse come to the house after this and did it all.
So the blood pressure was all right, or the blood pressure was raised, or
no?
not?
It was fine.
Right. And
Dr. Hamid is my doctor.
right. Yeah. Dr. Hamid, yeah. Because we did all sorts of investigations about 2 years back as well, didn't we?
Yes.
In Halifax. So, and the outcome of those investigations was that we did not conclusively prove anything. And you also had the EEG, that is the electrodes attached to your brain, and then we did the electrical activity of the brain. That also did not show any definite pathology. Yeah. So sometimes we have wondered that if some of them were any kind of epileptic fits, but there is no proof, and that's the reason we did the EEG. And they did not show any good evidence for this thing. As long as we are treating your high blood pressure and you're taking the lipid lowering treatment, that is atorvastatin, that's the best we can do to reduce the chances of...
You know these last 2 tablets that they gave me at Halifax?
Yeah.
I wonder what were they for?
Now, can you point out which tablets here you're talking about?
In the evening.
Right, if you point the tablets there, I do not know which
It was
tablet...
that one, there's just 2.
Right. These 2 you mean?
Yeah, but they're not there now because I had to take them out.
Okay.
Oh, I am not taking them all out. Oh,
No, you're not taking them.
no.
Now, I'm not an expert. This is your atorvastatin, which you are taking in the night. That is for lowering your cholesterol,
Oh,
so
right.
that the blood vessels do not get furred up as we grow old.
Right.
That's what that is.
Right.
Yeah, and which in turn will reduce the chances of suffering from stroke.
Oh, good.
And lansoprazole, which one are you taking in the night? That I have already told you about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
And bedtime. So possibly that is the other one, naproxen.
Right.
It's the same. So that's it, because that's the only one you are taking, one in the morning and one in the bedtime.
Right.
White oval tablet, I think we can classify it as
Right.
oval. If
Right.
that is oval tablet, that is a painkiller.
Right.
I'm not giving it to you, your GP might be giving it to you. Yeah? And I'll just see your treatment chart if we send you home all those tablets. Let me just... Right. So we just added one more tablet, that is the one we have talked about. Other than that, you were taking all the tablets as before.
Yeah, that's all right then.
Yeah?